Once upon a time, in a peaceful village by the river, there lived an old man who was known for being the happiest person anyone had ever met. His laughter was contagious, and no matter what happened, he always seemed joyful. One day, a young woman approached him and asked, "Excuse me, sir, I've always noticed that you're so happy. But how do you stay happy, even when life is hard?" The old man smiled kindly and motioned for her to sit beside him. "My dear," he said, "life has its ups and downs. Some days are good, others are bad. But happiness doesn't come from what happens to us. It comes from how we choose to see the world." The young woman looked puzzled. "But how can you be happy when bad things happen?" The old man paused, then began to tell her a story. "When I was younger, I had a beautiful wife and children. We didn't have much, but we were happy. Then, one year, my wife became very ill. Despite our best efforts, she passed away. I was heartbroken. I thought I would never be happy again." The young woman listened quietly, feeling sad for him. "It was the hardest time of my life," the old man continued. "But after a while, I realized that being sad all the time wouldn't bring her back. My children still needed me, and life was still going on. So, I decided to look at life differently." He smiled at the memory. "Every morning I would wake up and tell myself, today is a new day. I would find something small to be grateful for. A beautiful sunrise, a kind word from a friend, or simply the fact that I was still alive." The young woman was curious. "But what about when something really bad happens? How can you stay happy then?" The old man nodded. "It's not easy, but I remind myself that everything passes, even the tough times. I focus on the things I still have, my health, my loved ones, and the little joys of life. Happiness is a choice. You can choose to focus on the bad, or you can choose to find something good in every situation." The young woman's eyes brightened. "So, you're saying happiness is something we can choose?" "Yes," the old man replied. "It's not always easy, but it's always possible. Life won't always be perfect, but we can choose to find happiness in the little things." From that day on, the young woman decided to follow his advice. Whenever she faced challenges or felt down, she would remind herself of the good things she still had. Slowly, she began to feel happier, even on the difficult days. And as the story of the old man's wisdom spread throughout the village, more and more people learned that happiness isn't about what happens to you. It's about how you choose to respond to life. Moral of the story: happiness is a choice. Even when life is tough, we can always find something to be grateful for and happy about.